Special thank you to our sponsor of Russ Reels Live, the Boulder Falls Inn of Lebanon, Oregon. For more information on the Boulder Falls Inn and their outstanding conference facilities, call 541-451-1000. Ta-da! Here we are live on Russ Reels Live on this Thursday afternoon. It is 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it doesn't matter what time it is where you are. I am so glad that you've joined us today. This is going to be an amazing group. I am so excited. Man, some super, super great friends with me today. And, we're going to be talking new year and new opportunities. And I'm so excited for that. I was telling them before the show that is my word of the year. 2023 is opportunity. And we're going to talk about that today. I'm just so excited because it's an endless topic. There are so many amazing things that you have in front of you today. So I want to encourage you to just tune in, fasten your seatbelt, and get ready because it's going to be quite a show today. And I just want to thank you again for being here on Russ Reels Live. We are here every Thursday, 4 p.m. without fail every week. And so glad to have you with us. Don't forget that I love to have you all share this show out. And you know what? Right as we're sitting here, you can share. Hit that share button right now. Get it out there and let people, you know what? There are amazing, amazing people coming on today. You do not want to miss it. The comments are already exploding, and there's going to be a ton of people here today, and it's going to be so much fun. We encourage you to engage in the comments because some really super great friendships, including many of these people here today, are made in the comments of live stream shows. So get in those comments, say hi to people, enjoy yourself today, have a bunch of fun because we are going to have fun today. That's what this is all about. So I want to also remind you that I love to connect with people. And you know that if you've been around and seen me at all, you know that I love to connect. Last year I had a goal of connecting with over 1,000 new people, and I just knocked that right out of the park. And I'm doing that again this year. Another 1,000 new people this year I'll be connected to, and I would love for you to be one of them. You can go to russhedge.com today and you can connect with me any way you want. All my social media links are there, my email, my phone number. You can even schedule time right on my calendar, and you can Zoom with me, get to talk with me and see me. It would be an amazing privilege to get to know you and get connected with you. So go to russhedge.com today. Also, I want to remind you that all of these shows are on my YouTube page, and I would love to have you subscribe on YouTube. And the best way to subscribe to that is to go to russreels.live. Just go to russreels.live. There it is. And that will take you right to my right to my YouTube page, and you can hit that subscribe button. The benefits of that are what? Well, let me tell you. You not only get notices on YouTube about upcoming events, but you also have the full content of all the great guests and shows I've had on many of my live streams on that YouTube page. So go to there today, subscribe, and just put in russreels.live. Love to have you be part of that. Okay, I'm super excited. We got to get started. We got to have enough time to say hey to everybody and have a great time today. So first person on is my little sis, Dr. Nupi Aurora, coming in the house. Here she is. Woohoo!
Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Russ, for having me on your first Russ Reels Live of 2023.
I know it, and it's so exciting. I mean, I would have to start with my little sis. Nupi, you are amazing, and I appreciate you. What a great, great person you are, and an outstanding, sparkling, glittery personality you have. Why don't you tell everybody about that, since you are the glitter practitioner? Okay,
thank you. That's right. I am the glitter practitioner, aka Dr. Nupi, and I am a GP, family physician in the UK. I'm also a spiritual and transformation life coach, and nothing fizzes me up more than really empowering and sharing with others, be it my patients, be it my coaching clients, to really truly recognize and understand what their needs are, from a mind, body, and soul perspective, how to rebalance those needs, and also how to keep them replenished. Because when you're aligned truly with yourself, you become more aligned with people around you, the world, and it's all about what we're talking about today, which is creating the life that you desire and deserve and making these opportunities. And this is just the juiciest conversation I just know it's going to be. So yes,
it's going to be so
that's
good.
me in a nutshell. Oh, and I have 2 live stream shows produced by Mr. Russ Hedge himself. Yes.
Well,
I'll stop talking now.
Work with you and do those shows because we have so much fun on that. But we're going to save that topic for another day, and we're going to bring in another one of the most upbeat, positive people that I know. And Gail is amazing. We've been friends for quite a long time. Here she is in the house. Gail.
Hello. I am thinking I'm a little lower key tonight because I was up at 4 a.m. today because I had a training call at 4:30. So yeah, it's been a long day, but I tell you, the energy of the pre-show, woo, ready to rock and roll.
Yes.
You got this. You got this. Hey, I'm up at 4 a.m. every morning. I can tell you from personal experience, you can do it. You can still have energy. And if you don't have energy, what you do is you grab a cup of coffee, and then that helps you.
What time do you go to bed though? See, that's the problem. You got to have that.
That's true.
That's the key, balance, right? So
I do go to bed pretty early.
Normally I'm up around 5 or 6, but
Gail, don't worry. I'll just glitter bomb you through the
thank
screen. Don't worry. There you
go. All right.
Tell
us all about GailNow. What are you up to?
Well, I am embarking on a passion project this year, which is all around really embracing my title of Chief Curiosity Officer. So I have a new show, Inquisitive Minds, and it's going to be addressing a lot of different issues and using curiosity as well as my 3-step process of sign up, suit up, and show up. And talking to people that maybe aren't part of the mainstream, that aren't maybe getting their messages out. And this will be in manufacturing. I also do work in mental health, but also in a wide array. There's been a lot of issues around, I'm also a recovering journalist. So there's been a lot of issues around censorship. And I really think we need to hear a lot of different voices. And I'm a great advocate for that. So Inquisitive Minds is going to be about celebrating all the richness of all stories.
So great. So great. Well, I love what you're all about. And joining us next is another incredible friend. Rosalind is in the house. Come on down. Woo. I think the first time we talked, Rosalind, it was about at this energy level, and it was just one of those where we had to just stop. Okay, the conversation was so amazing. I knew
it just kept going.
From the get-go. It just kept going. So that's the reason we just have you back all the time, and I just keep bringing you on because you're so good. So
yeah, I know you just like to look at the drums behind me. I think that's what it is.
There you go. That's it. That's it. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you take it away. Tell us all about Rosalind. What's going on?
Well, I'm an executive and transition coach, and I help people through their work challenges and their life challenges. And this is the great opportunity today for 2023 because you have that big red button in front of you, reset, because we haven't had the time yet to really look at how did we mess that up. So this is it. This is the time to do this. So I help clients go through that.
Yeah. And what you just said there, the reset, this is the time to look at those opportunities. But wait, we're going to talk more about that. Next in the house is probably one of the sweetest, kindest, nicest, most positive people I've ever met in my life. Bonnie's coming on down. Hello, Bonnie.
Yay. Hello, everyone. The pre-show. I am so excited to be here. I have no idea what we're doing. I don't care. I just want to be a part of these people right here with you, Russ.
Well, thank you, Bonnie. And you know what? We care about you. And I know how amazing you are, but I want you to tell everybody else what you're up to.
Oh, dear Father, this is a year of opportunity. I know. I say that instead of another word that I won't use on air.
I say the other words.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. I'll think of them.
I love you all.
I'll just verbalize them. Sorry, Bunny.
I left a 14-year career with a wonderful college in Oregon, I set upon a course of conference host and creator of the Amazing You Empowerment Conference that ran for 7 awesome, successful years. And then COVID, and it's like, oh, dear Father, now what are we going to do? I'm an author of 2 books. This year, I am so excited to say my latest book for youth. I'm a youth that grew up a little unconventionally in the foster home system for 16 and a half years.
Wow.
So being a international motivational speaker, I would come off stage, I would get these little messages that said, go back to what you know that's going to help youth. So a youth activity book, 8 hours of facilitator curriculum, the Kroc Centers. We'll be rolling out my new youth program, Been There from Stuck to Unstoppable, this May, starting in Salem, Oregon. And I'm so excited to do that. So I'm going to be
Amazing.
doing that, but during COVID, I got a chance to reinvent myself when one of my other little daughters that's been in my life said, you have to be in my company. Okay, what's your company? So now voiceover and print model. Don't you know?
Oh, you're so awesome. Well, you know, it's
Wow.
what I love about you. I've heard of that little town, Salem, Oregon. It sounds familiar to me. I think I know where that is. But you are, yes, you are just always such a smiling bundle of energy and positivity. I appreciate that. And speaking of that, one of my newer friends, who is an amazing guy from Boston, where I was a huge Celtic fan for years, Mr. Bob Feathers is in the house. Come on, Bob.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
It's going great. Yeah, again, the comments are literally on fire. They're like rolling.
I can't
It's like the
even
credits
be
just
close to. I know I can't come close to keeping up with them. I'm trying, but Bob, listen. Besides being a Celtic fan and from the incredible city of Boston, which I've been blessed
Knicks
to
fan.
be to. Okay, whatever. But I've been blessed to be to your wonderful Boston town with my family. It was so incredible. Tell us more about what Bob is up to.
I'm Bob Feathers. I'm here in Boston, as Russ has pointed out. I work for Bindable, and we are in the SaaS space, in the InsurTech space, and we're providing technology for our clients to offer alternate distribution for P&C insurance products. And I specifically work on the project management team, helping with client implementations, but also dealing with platform improvements and internal projects, along with really working on the leadership side of the business to helping as we scale. So I chair the employee engagement committee and also working to build a leadership council. So really just kind of helping organically the company grow and really help from the leadership and culture side.
Awesome. Well, and you are a natural at that. So I'm sure they're blessed to have you. And speaking of blessed, my favorite HVAC guy that is just one of the most fun people that I have met, Mr. Aaron Gibson in the house. Come on down.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Doing fantastic. How are you doing, my brother?
So good. You know, I love people that connect. And right after you, we have the master connector coming. But until he's on, I want you to tell people you have been such a blessing to people on LinkedIn and just reaching out and supporting people. You've been a real true blessing, Aaron. I want you to tell everybody just really a little bit about you and what you're all about.
Well, I've been doing RNC HVAC or heating and cooling for homes for the last 23 years. I basically started a show last year on LinkedIn called Just Off the Cuff HVAC, which is an exclusive video that I just do on LinkedIn. And literally the rest of my time I spend supporting, encouraging, and just trying to be there, be consistent, and be genuine for everyone.
And you are so genuine. And let me just tell people, I'm going to give you a little hint before we get into our topic and before we bring Steve in. But if you want to be supported in life, give and support other people. And that is something that Aaron does every day. And speaking of supporting and good friends, the master connector himself,
What's
Mr.
going
Steve
on?
Sparrow.
How you doing,
Woo-hoo.
Russ? What's going
How's
on,
it going,
guys?
man?
Phenomenal. Being on with you, I'm even better.
Well, you have a big milestone coming up, don't you?
We do. We have our centennial episode coming up, and we're blessed to have you, Russ, as one of the few that are going to be on the show with us. So it's going to be amazing. We're excited. It's going to be incredible. 100 episodes. So
Wow.
awesome.
Wow. It's crazy. Well, as a person who's done a few hundred of those, I know that every century mark is quite a milestone. So
Yeah.
congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Tell everybody a little bit about really what you're all about besides just doing your 100th live stream show.
Absolutely. Well, what's going on, friends? Steve Sparrow, the Master Connector, coming at you live and direct here. And, you know, I am an inspirational speaker along with the host of the LinkedIn Live Master Connector series, Master Connector show. We broadcast Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Eastern. So it's a blast. We've had incredible guests on there, including Mr. Russ Hedge on with us, and it's been a great run for sure. But you know, I'm all about inspiring people. I love connecting. I grew up shy and introverted, picked on, bullied, learning disabled, dyslexic, really dark place, low self-esteem, and a really bad place. But because of the power of mentorship and self-development and networking, and honestly, by the grace of God, I was able to get out of that place. And today, my goal is to be a beacon of light, to be be an inspiration, and I do that through speaking. I do that through the show, and any way I can. And love today. I've got just a small size network, 23,000 connections on LinkedIn and growing, and 18,000 contacts in my phone. So I love connecting the dots. I love inspiring people. I love helping them to really see the best in them, and also connect authentically. I think it's extremely important to connect and to lead with those vulnerabilities and those weaknesses and not have to be so Mr. or Mrs. Perfect, right? I played the comparison game for so many years, for so long. And I always lost, right? Always lost at that comparison game. And being able to just know that I'm okay. And now I could just lead with that and be okay with who I am. That's what I'm about.
Well, and that is so awesome. You know, what I love about what you said too is where you came from to where you are today. I just got done reading an incredible book on heroes, just everyday heroes. And it was a book that was given to me while I was down after my surgery, recovering, and I got a chance to read a lot. And this book was incredible. I just finished it, but it was a young man who came out of a horrible background that had all kinds of problems. His life was seemingly over in his early 20s and went on to take a company over 2 billion, to be one of the most inspirational, motivational speakers worldwide today. So it just doesn't matter where you came from or where you are, it's where you're going. And that is all about new opportunities. So Noopy,
Yeah.
new opportunities. You are every day creating exciting things for people, and people just every time you meet people, they just glitter and shine. So give us your take on new opportunities for 2023.
Well, it's one of these, and it's opportunities. It's creating things, isn't it? And this is actually my word for 2023. The word is elevate, and my power statement is I am limitless brackets glitter. And it's this, when you get into that space of, you know what, you can create opportunities, and it's grabbing them, it's seizing the moment, and you really are limitless, and anything is possible. It really truly is. And I was having a chat earlier actually with Inga today, and we were just talking about the way we'd come together. We've known each other for a while, talking today, and just things aligning at the right time, but it's being aware and open to that. There's opportunities everywhere. It's being in tune and then just grabbing it. So that's I guess that's how I came onto LinkedIn for the first time and just created opportunities and connections, and it's just being aligned with yourself, which is exactly what this group is all about. We're all aligned with each other, and it's amazing. Never fails to amaze me. And that's the glitter. That's really the magic.
Well, and I agree 100%.
Unconditional.
You talked about the connection point and the opportunities of coming together as community. And I would not be connected to anybody in this group except for Bonnie, because you're all live. I mean, Noopy, I have to swim all the way across the ocean. That would take me a long time to get there. So,
I
you know,
know.
and by the way, if anybody's tired, it's after midnight for Noopy, so she's doing good.
I'm
But
not tired.
no, I just think it's amazing. That is a huge opportunity today because local is great. People that, you know, face to face and people in the same room is incredible. But when COVID happened and everything changed, people like me went, I need people. And so we launched on live to the internet and to all of these communities. And Rosalind, you are you're an amazing connector yourself with all that you do and how you help people. But I just
Yes.
love your attitude about life. And you always have so many gold nuggets. Take it away.
Okay, so when we, look at creating opportunity, and we speak about the reset button, we're looking at, well, who do we want to be? Is going to really shape what's important to us at this moment. So that's how we could begin in creating opportunity. What is going to be the most important thing? And once you get through that, there are probably three things that I think are important. And the first thing is like taking action. Because, we have this mentality of just passivity. We have like the waiting game. What are we waiting for? What's stopping you from doing that now? If we look back, we go, oh my gosh, in kindergarten, we were waiting our turn. We were waiting for the teacher to start, so by the time we're ending up at the end of like school, we have to wait for our first job, wait for the promotion. So we've been waiting all this time. So if you look at like the animal kingdom, you think the lion is going to wait to get fed? No, the lion's going to create the opportunity. And that's the same thing. Movement creates the opportunity.
Right.
So the second thing I would look at is the main thing, connecting with people, because connecting with people, again, creates the movement of creating opportunity.
Yes.
So, and there's a little bit of karma behind that. So, if we're good people and we're putting positivity into the universe, we're inviting good things to come in return. And people will remember you when your expertise is required. So all of that connecting and that movement, will create all of that opportunity. And the last thing is that I think is, self-improvement should be really in the forefront. It should, because that creates the opportunity to be our best selves in growth and succession. And if we are our best selves, we are most probably going to make or take advantage of the best opportunities that come along.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, I think going right along with that, Gail, you are always helping people become their best self in all that you're doing. Pick it up from there.
Okay, well, when I saw you invite me to this, one of the things that really struck me was the word opportunity, but it also has helped kind of me make a decision about my word. And because I'm a former journalist, I call myself a recovering journalist and now chief curiosity officer. And so when I embrace a word for a year, I study it throughout the year and I try to live it. So the word that's come to me, and it actually came after I was listening to a Joyce Meyer episode, and the word is humility. Because I was struggling also, and this ties into the opportunity that I'm working on this year, is that, there's been so much polarization of views and a lot of anger. And what I like to do with my show is to sort of look at things from a little bit more moderate perspective, but also explore that idea of curiosity. And Joyce Meyer said, and I'm paraphrasing, but there can be no peace without humility. And what that means is we're probably all going to have to maybe take a look and check our biases. And there's another famous person show that I've watched, and I heard this saying, and it was Ted Lasso: be curious, not judgmental.
Yes.
So over the last number of months, all of these pieces of the puzzle seem to be coming together. And my working title of my show, as I mentioned, is Inquisitive Minds, because I want to talk to people that need to get their story out and maybe aren't getting their story out for a wide range of reasons. And we need We need more when it comes to media coverage as well. We need a little more, as I said, a little more class, a little more decorum, and really try to listen more. So humility will lead us to peace.
Oh my goodness, for
Yeah.
sure. And speaking of
Amazing.
humility and class, Bonnie, pick it up from there because you are the epitome of humility and class.
Thank you. That was shocking. I was still taking that in. Thank you so much. Let me swallow. To be very honest, Russ, I did not have a word this year. And I thought, I'm not going with the word this year. But listening to the wonderful gentleman earlier, my new friend, my word is going to be me. Not in a boastful, egotistical way. I am done with shoulding all over myself and expectations. The only thing I know how to be is real and authentic. I'm going to practice being me. I am playful, I'm fun, I'm weird, I'm a light, and I am love. And I'm wearing my new, okay, I'm not going to talk about that, but I feel my posture is better for this live. Now, Russ, I really do believe that opportunity is around every corner. You just have to be able to see it. With that said, I believe this now. Years ago, not so much. So I had the years of preparation. Opportunity would come my way. So what remained in my way for moving forward was me. I kept a secret for so many years. I call it LBIM, limited belief in myself syndrome. I started shoulding all over myself. I need to walk a certain way, talk a certain way, be on stage a certain way, trying to be something I'm not. And when I think about all the struggles I went through in life, most of it came from those limited beliefs I had in myself. When I got stuck, it wasn't because someone else was holding me back. It was me. And the truth was, I could never move forward until I got out of my own way. So the roadblocks were in my mind, and they really started to disappear when I did one thing: take action. Take action in an authentic, real, meaningful way. And it resonated with others and the audiences that I would speak to. And a lot of the comments that people will say when they listen to me talk, and oftentimes I'm going this way, that way, and I come back and they go, oh, I know what you're talking about. That's me. I get it. And so that's the only thing I know how to be in practice. And my word that I'm going to practice is just being me. And I realize all of our lives are always teaching us something. And there is something in this moment that us on this panel and everyone viewing today is meant to be here.
Yes.
For a reason, to learn, experience, or to grow from. And we don't want to miss that. Some of the hardest years of my life, I would have never imagined I would be where I am today. But truth be told, I needed all of those obstacles and lessons to get me to where I am today. Yeah. Coaches on this panel, you know when I say, we grow through what we go through.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Opportunity, Russ, there is no missed window of opportunity. There's no perfect time or perfect plan or moment. Today is the perfect day.
Yes.
To start working on whatever it is you want. And I'm going to start with me just being me. So right. Okay.
And I love that too, Bonnie.
it.
I love that. you grow through what you go through. I love that. I've got to write that down. That is amazing, because you're right. You just got to start and get moving. And speaking of authenticity, there's a couple gentlemen here today. That's what really drew me to them initially, is just because what just authentic, honest guys they were. And Bob, I appreciate you. I appreciate how supportive you are of people and all that you do. And so pick it up from there.
So there've been a lot of great words. There's alignment, which I really like, but I'll throw another word in as I'm working through this thing with the Leadership Council, and that's collaboration, right? We're not in it alone. It's really leaning on the people that you need. It's okay to need help, or to get help, or to ask for help. And collaboration really brings strength, because you're bringing in different perspectives. And so it's always the balancing act too, right? When you're doing collaboration, is coming with an idea, because you can't just go, hey, what do we want to do? Everyone just kind of goes, I don't know, right? So you have to kind of come to the table with an idea, with some kind of conviction to what you want to do or what you're trying to accomplish. But at the same time, being very open-minded to all the other perspectives, and then allowing those perspectives to come in and kind of shape that collaboration, shape it as what you're trying to kind of get to. And again, the idea is that you're not saying, I know exactly what the end point is. You're just saying, I know we need to be on this journey, and we need to make this improvement or make this change. And here's the starting point, and then collaborate with the people and just kind of start to build upon that.
Yeah. I mean, that is so good. That is so good. I think what's really important that you said in there too, is we've got to not be so prideful or fearful, either one of those, of asking for help. And what I've gone through in the last 6 months, I've learned to really say, hey, I actually need help. I need support. And so there's times in our life, no matter what we're going through, that we need people, but we truly always need each other, because we are better together. And Aaron, you have been so supportful. Supportful. That's a new word. You've been so supportive of everybody. Pick it up from there. Go for it.
Wow. Well, this year I'm going to actually carry on from where Bonnie was, is, see that opportunity, but the other portion is to seize it. Give yourself that same care that you would give somebody else. Say it was your grandmother, if it was your mom, dad, be genuine, and it'll carry you all the way. I mean, it's surrounding yourself with those people that support you, and reciprocate that energy. So if you surround yourself with those people and you build on that, I mean, I've been blessed over this last year. It's been crazy. And I mean, the key things that I've seen is, see it, recognize it, be genuine, and then surround yourself with those people, and then seize that moment and just shoot for the stars. Let your inner phoenix explode, go to a new level. And it's amazing the results that you get.
Yeah. No, you're so right. You're so right. And Steve, pick her up from there, because, man, I tell you, I am so blessed with so much value every time I get you people together that are my great friends, that really add value to my life and help me every day. And that's one opportunity that I don't take lightly, is the opportunity to be with you guys and to be with my friends, everybody in the comments. I love you guys. So Steve, pick it up.
Well, yeah, we love you too, Russ. And I know that's why we're on here with you guys, with you and your community. So we really appreciate you. We've been praying for you since all the stuff that you're triumphant over right now. So blessed to be on with you all. So I know we're talking about words. So my word I put in the comments is massive action, because there's a hyphenation in there. So it's one word, right? Massive action. Massive results. Excuse me. Massive results. That's my word. Because, obviously we do a lot of stuff, but we want to get the results. So that's ultimately what I'm looking for. But I know that the show is talking about opportunity, and I think there was an incredible amount of words that were spoken today in the show. And I want to just say, for me, it's being open for opportunity. I think there's they say the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open, right? And you got to really just be open. And it's interesting how and I know you talked about wanting to connect with people, and I love connecting with people, and it's amazing when I go out there and connect with people without an agenda. It's incredible. I mean, obviously, this relationship, you and me, Russ, is an example of that. We connected through LinkedIn with no agenda, right? And we started to develop a friendship, and we started to do some collaboration. And it's amazing what the opportunities were open up. If you go in with an open mind, no agenda, pure hearted, others focused. That's a big part of one of my 4 pillars of my talks, is being others focused, being that go-giver, right? Having that mentality. It's incredible. It saddens me sometimes because, and I think that's, well, let me finish my thought. So when you reach out to some people that you connect with, and they're apprehensive to get on a call, and maybe it's because there's some people out there that unfortunately are either looking to pitch or looking to sell, and and then maybe it's spoiled the water a little bit. But you know what? Listen, there's always going to be a bad apple, but it doesn't have to spoil the whole bunch, right? To take a line off of the Jackson 5 song, right? Taking us way back here, back in the day. Some of it might even remember the song. But yeah, but you know what? It's important, again, to have that open spirit and just be positive all the time, and positive expectation. I talk about the secret of the corn a lot, right? And you plant corn seed, 2 or 3 corn seed, and when that harvest happens, you're going to get from those 2 or 3 corn seeds, one's going to take root, it's going to be a stalk, and from that is going to be 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 ears of corn. And in those are all these, kernels of corn from those corn ears. So think about it, right? A little plant time, seed time, progression time, harvest time, and then an incredible harvest. And that's the power of faith, right? Because when you plant those seeds, you don't know what's going to come up, but it's going to come up if you have faith, and so a lot of that's unseen, right? You're seeing it. So one other thing I'll talk about is, and maybe you guys have experienced this, maybe not, but how a lot of times we're working, and we're not seeing results, and we're saying, is our business growing? What's going on here? Well, we're growing. So another story, and I like doing a lot of agricultural type of comparisons, but it's the secret of the Chinese bamboo tree. I don't know if you know this, but you plant the seed, a year later, nothing. You fertilize the soil, you tend the soil, you water it, but nothing. 2 years later, nothing. 3 years later, nothing. 4 years later, nothing. 5th year, a little sprout comes up, and then within 2 weeks, it's up 6 feet. So the question is, did it grow in that last 2 weeks? And the answer is no. It grew all along. It was growing a root system so it could support that type of growth. And the growth that's happening, it's happening, but it may not be happening in the seen world, but it's happening in the unseen. So keep the faith, be positive, have an open mind, expectation, and good stuff will come. You'll have an incredible harvest, and harvest is coming for us in 2023, no doubt about it.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. All right. Wow. Yes. Woo. Applause and mic drop for sure.
Oh,
Thank you, Steve.
That was incredible.
Noopy,
Yes.
I just keep going on that because
I will.
I mean, I am just seeing, I am so excited. I mean, I don't even have to just get myself all worked up. I am so excited about what's going on this year and what's possible and what we're going to be able to do, because just this community here that we are part of is so amazing. And then we have all the communities around us that are untapped. And you think the opportunity is virtually limitless, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I've been writing notes. I'm being very focused today, but so many things here. And the openness is key, because when you are, and it goes right back full circle to when you are aware and awake, the opportunities are always there. You've just opened your eyes and taken notice, and that's the whole thing. And sure, life's not, let's all run around and happy skip all the time. No, shit happens. It can be tough, but it's having this solid foundation of trust and love for yourself. And this is what I always say: when you move into that heart space of unconditional love for yourself first, with care, with compassion, with courage and curiosity, you can navigate the ups and the downs. And then all of a sudden, you're keeping yourself in balance. And you are aware and awake to these possibilities, which are limitless. And it's the ripple effect, because you extend that out. And before you know it, the people around you are benefiting. It then passes on and on and on. And that's what I liken to, that's the glitter effect, because you go to one person, you might give them a hug and it sticks. And then it goes to somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. That's exactly what the glitter is all about, really. It's love and compassion and courage and all the things I've just said. But you can create this. And that's the thing. So many people say, oh, you're so lucky. Really? Is it luck, or have I there's a part to play, but there's also creation going on behind it, and seizing that moment and taking that action fearlessly.
And that's it too. I mean, it's seizing, taking action. And Rosalind, you're all about that. I mean, get in there, make things happen, and be a positive effect on other people.
Well, going off on what Nupi was saying, and Steve, it's that underroot system. You're nurturing it, even though you don't think it's growing, but it is growing. When you are aware that is happening, it does then trickle on and on and on. What I think is important, at least for in everyday life, just be nice. Just be nice. Nice is really for today, but when you're kind, you're helping people do better for tomorrow. And so, and they're really not as interchangeable as people think. These are just things to think about when we want to seize the opportunity. How nice and kind and empathetic, or be appreciative. The power of thank you just really motivates people to pay it forward, pass it on, which is how you're passing it on, underneath. And, when you're looking at, words for 2023, I'm thinking of empathy and compassion, because empathy is looking at someone's plight, really trying to feel. And that's just qualities of a leader. And the compassion is the action part. We're talking about action through this whole program in seizing the opportunity. But compassion is action, because you're helping people create opportunity by having compassion.
I totally agree with that. And we talked about not only compassion and action, but just real kindness and spreading that, how it spreads, like Nupi had talked about. And my good friend, Mr. Russ Johns, who's got a great name, by the way, gotta like that, Russ. Kindness is cool, smiles are free. Yes. How much does that do just to be kind and smile? What an opportunity that creates, right, Gail? And
you're muted.
I was trying not to have any background noise.
She is a professional live streamer.
Yes, I know. Hey, but we're not perfect, right? So that's another word we need to remove from our vocabulary, striving for perfection. Listen to all these words, and obviously my background was as a journalist, and I know that words are very powerful. And going into this year, after we've had a few tough years, and I think that, just like you said, Russ, there is a great opportunity to make change. And all the words I was hearing, like gratitude, collaboration, kindness. I love what Bonnie had to say about the whole should. We need to sometimes remove that word as well. That does so much damage sometimes, what we should do. Just that the idea that our words do matter, and sometimes reaching out to people and offering help, or even just listening. That's the other thing too, is really taking some time to listen. That was almost going to be my word, but I think with humility, I will need to listen in order to practice humility.
Well, and that's so important, and something I work on all the time. Being a talker is listening and being present, right? And how important that is. Bonnie, you are not only positive and encouraged, but you're a great listener.
Yes, I can be. Now, my husband might think differently. I have a tip to share with everyone in just a moment, but my heart is so full and I am close to happy tears because everyone that is speaking is addressing the fundamental human need.
Yes.
And that need is notice me. Make me feel special, valued, and worthy. And you all are doing that. I have this good, sometimes bad habit of, even when I'm walking with a friend, I cannot let anyone pass by me without acknowledging them. Hello, how are you? Smiling, whatever. I know psychologically that might be from years of not being noticed, but it taught me that fundamental human need. I see you. I see you. Now, my tip about opportunity. Wishing for opportunity from my couch never worked for me. I had to get off the couch. First, I dreamt it. Then I planned it. Then I took action. Action. I truly believe opportunity is around every corner of our life. And sometimes it's right here, us, that block us from seeing that for a number of reasons. And so if we just think like a camera lens and adjusting that can't to can, and believe in yourself, because everyone is worthy and it's possible, and opportunity truly awaits every person in 2023.
Yeah.
And I could not agree with that more. I mean, it is definitely just sitting there for the taking in a good way. I mean, we just need to take that first step, right, Bob?
I don't know if I can talk. Noopy jinxed me, but that's okay.
I jinxed padlocked you because we said the same thing at the same time.
Oh my gosh, I padlocked you. I love
I was like,
that.
oh, I've been jinxed.
I've
Sorry.
been cray-cray on the comments. I'm like, jinx padlock. Yes.
So I'm going to go back to another, there's so many different threads, right? And so many different great foundational thoughts. And I want to kind of speak on that one is, again, this idea of gratitude, right? And there's always that saying, do you look at the glass that's half empty or half full? And I'm like, who cares about that? I'm actually happy that I have a glass, or I'm happy that I know there's water that I can put in the glass, right? It's almost like that, like strip away, just kind of like, hey, I'm fortunate to have a glass, and just kind of taking that every day, waking up with just the things that you're grateful for that other people don't have, and start there. And then everything else just becomes easy. I mean, everything else just becomes like, how hard is it now? I mean, I've got a glass, and I have running water, and I can then and I have friends, and I have LinkedIn, and I have a job, and I have just all those things. But I have a glass. Let's just start real simple.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about that. My favorite thing, well, just my nature, is when things happen that are not so good, I always start with, well, the good news is we might have just crashed our car and it might be total, but we're all alive and we're good and we can walk away from this. There's always good. I'm a firm believer that God works all things for the good, that there's always good in things, even if it's learning lessons, even if it's hard and it just makes us stronger, even if it's just one of the most difficult situations ever in life, but we're able to share and bless somebody else because they're going through the same thing we are. I think so many times, and Aaron, speak to this, because I think so many times we have, like Bob had said, we forget the simple blessings in life.
It's strange how you look at things, because it's always easier to take care of somebody else than it is to take care of yourself, because you don't own those issues, you don't own those problems. So, it all boils down to a moment of vulnerability, I think, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable with yourself and to be vulnerable with those that know your heart. Shout out to Nancy for that one, because that's something that's stuck with me. Very, very true. And the power of reaching out, it goes both ways. You can either reach out yourself, or somebody else can reach out that hand to you. And I mean, it's a leap of faith. It's extending that olive branch. But if you give yourself that moment of vulnerability, it's an opportunity for you to capitalize and actually grow. So, I mean, don't deny yourself your feelings. Give them some credit. I mean, you give everybody else credit for their feelings. Give yourself that as well, and give yourself that moment of vulnerability. Capture that moment and share it with somebody that knows your heart, and then you can really start to grow from that point. And just creating a whole new opportunity of acceptance and awareness.
Right. And I think that ties right in really with a big phrase that's used today that is so necessary, and that's self-care. Giving ourselves some credit, caring for ourselves, because just like my favorite overused analogy of the airplane, when those oxygen masks drop, if we don't take care of ourselves, we're out for the count. We can't help anybody. And people don't realize it is what's in your heart. It's what really your intention is. Taking care of yourself is not a bad thing. It's not selfish. It is actually necessary to move on from there. Right, Steve?
Absolutely. It's interesting. You're talking about self-care, and great points, everyone, so far. I have a morning practice that I'm very diligent about. I know one of the last shows I was on with you, Russ, we were talking a little bit about that. And one of those practices, a part of that practice, is my self-talk. And I do stretching. And while I'm stretching, I do a self-talk. I have sort of a thing that I go through, and it covers, spiritual, health, relational, business, financial, I mean, every aspect. And what's interesting, through that manifestation, I was noticing that a lot of that, and I've been doing it for quite a few years, right? The building the root system. And I'm seeing that manifestation coming through right now in a lot of those areas. It's exactly coming through. And we know, it is cliche about the mask, but it is true. You take care of yourself, and then you could take care of other people. And it's very easy to get very absorbed in, trying to help others. And there is times you're going to need to help others, but you need to be strong. And so make sure that you're definitely. I loved. I forget who said that their word was me this year, and I could respect and appreciate that.
That was Bonnie. Yeah.
That's right. I like that. I love that. I mean, and obviously that's not my word right now, but it's great, because you know what? You got to be ready to take care of you so that you can help other people. There's no doubt about that.
It's a big word. You can have it too.
All right.
You can share. You can share. Well, this has been so incredible. And speaking of sharing, we're going to take one more round. And what I really want you to do is give us your last golden nuggets or thoughts you want people to leave with today. And then please tell everybody how to get in touch with you. I will tell everybody right now that there's been incredible information in the comments, and let's all wave and say, thank you, Ever. Thank you, Ever. My amazing teammate and assistant, Ever, who is me in the comments, busy commenting to everybody. People ask me, how do you type so fast while you're producing and hosting the show? And I go, because I don't. There's no way I can type that fast. She types for me. But, the whole thing is we get all the information in there, and it's all clickable for all these wonderful people that are here today. We're going to start with you, Noopy. Give everybody your golden nuggets, and how do they get in touch with you?
Okay. My golden nugget is be you with friggin' bells on. I don't accept, okay, oh yeah, I'm feeling a bit better. I'm feeling okay. No. Know your worth, own your needs, and absolutely stand in your power, because that is what you can do. You always have that power to do so. And in a heartbeat, you can flip things, you can change things. You always have that power to choose. To be you, the bestest of you, be you with bells on. Yes.
That's so good. And Noopy, How in the
Yes.
world do
Oh,
people get
yes.
in touch with you?
Of course. Thank you. I was getting
You're
carried
welcome.
away. Yes,
That's
yes.
why I'm
It's
your
the title.
producer. Okay,
I know.
ready, contact, go.
It's the title of my book and my program and everything. Right. How you can get hold of me is right here on LinkedIn. All the details will be down here, the Glitter Practitioner. You can also get hold of me on, where am I? YouTube. Oh, frick. YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, all under the Glitter Practitioner. But I mainly live on LinkedIn. And, you know, the take home really is, you know, you don't have to go through things on your own. If you're feeling funked out, frazzled, reach out. My Calendly link is all over the place, and just book a call. I would love to support and help. So that's essentially how you'll be able to get hold of me. And watch me every week on Mondays live with the Glitter Practitioner. Just had to plug it.
Yes, and I've got to tell you that Noopy is true to her word. Roz, you're next, but Noopy, the first time we had met, shortly after that, she spent an hour and a half with my beautiful wife and I talking medical issues, and what an amazing person she is. Roz, you're up next.
Oh, okay. Golden nugget. Ooh, okay.
Go.
Oh my
No
gosh.
pressure.
Okay.
No pressure.
I
No pressure. No
know.
pressure. What is that? The phrase, luck meets preparation meets opportunity.
Ooh.
So, we used to say this in the entertainment world. You know, was that person really lucky to get the big break? And no, there's a little bit of that, but they were extraordinarily prepared. And how are you going to prepare yourself? You're going to be staying open, you're going to stay connected, and you're going to stay in action mode, because it's the only way movement happens. Movement doesn't happen, opportunity doesn't happen, luck doesn't happen if, like Bonnie said, or I think, who was it, sitting on the couch. You need, the universe needs that movement in order for something else to take place.
Right.
And you can email me, Rosalind@yourlaunchpad.com, and on LinkedIn, message me.
Awesome. Awesome. So good. So good. So who is up next here so I can see everybody? There we go. All right. Next up, we have Gail. Take it away, Gail.
Okay, well, I will repeat something I said earlier, which is that mantra of be curious, not judgmental. That's step one. And then the other part of that is that we can sometimes disagree without being disagreeable. And that will lead us to that goal of having more peace in the world if we can hear different views, but keep an open mind. And as far as how to reach me, you can find me most places as GailNow, and I'm on just about every platform, but probably I'll be even more active on YouTube and Twitter and, of course, my LinkedIn. So look forward to seeing everybody, and please check out my YouTube channel, because that's where I'm going to be posting some new shows, and there might be some edgy shows out there. So if I have any issues, then I may have to go to Vimeo, and I don't want to get banned or censored.
And Gail is the
Wow.
queen of TikTok also. So
TikTok
if
if you want to see this is because I do keynote talks as well. I do bring a lot of energy and fun. So my TikTok is strictly just, my son would say cringy, but I embrace it because it's my inner theatrical person coming out. I almost went into theater at one point way back. So
I love it. I love it. I don't really hardly look at TikTok, but when I go, the first person I go to is you, Gail. So thank you.
I will tell you this one funny thing. My son often says he often gets scared. Oh no, when one of his mom's TikTok shows up on his For You page.
Oh my gosh.
My kids say that. Oh my
All right,
goodness.
Bonnie, take it away.
Okay, I'm thinking about all these wonderful things and wanting to tag on to all these wonderful words, but for me, it comes down to be kind. Start with yourself. Get up in the morning, look in the mirror, and smile. Smile at strangers. It's so contagious. And I think that ripple effect of being kind and taking care of yourself, smiling and loving yourself, warts and all, because, you know, we all have warts and we're all working through life the best we can. So be kind. And fair warning to everyone on this panel, I will be stalking. Okay, that's not the right word. Connecting with each one of you afterwards. And for all of you that are watching, you can connect with me at LinkedIn or Facebook, Instagram, BonnieMiletto.com, or Bonnie at Gmail. It's on my website.
It's all, the beautiful thing is you don't really have to remember because it's all in the show notes and it's all in the comments.
Thank you, Ever.
Yes, thank you, Ever. It is all clickable. Click, 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 and you're right
Yay.
there. All right. All right. So Bob, take it away.
So I get a chance. My dear friend Inger shared another word, so I get to share that word. And so I have 2 words tonight. Be intentional. Right? Be intentional. Really act with intention, because I think that's that. It kind of goes along all these pieces, but it's, you know, the idea of having a plan, and I want to do that, and just be intentional and move through that piece. And being intentional is important. So with that, I'm on LinkedIn. You can find me here. I'm here all the time. I'm also, like Gail, a little differently, but I'm on Instagram. But my Instagram is where I just post all my cooking stuff. And I think some people here know it. That's where I post like what I'm making tonight or what I made, and that's kind of my I won't say silly side. That's just more the personal side as opposed to the work side.
I can't wait to come for dinner. Just saying.
Yeah. What is for dinner tonight, Bob?
Well, tonight I'm on this. It's 8:00. I had some pizza that my son had, so I didn't have time to have dinner tonight.
I still have to go grocery shopping with my beautiful wife for dinner tonight.
But last night was sheet pan, crispy tofu, and sweet potatoes with scallions and peanuts. Go check out the picture on Instagram.
Ooh. I got to check that out. That's amazing. You know, we've been having lots of fun for those of you that haven't tuned in, we do an Instagram live every Wednesday. It's a pre-show for the experience, live with Russ and Scott. And our sponsor is the Glitter Practitioner, who just happens to be with us today. But it's an amazing, fun platform for a lot of reasons, Bob, just like you're talking about, you know, a little bit out of everything. So, Aaron, take it away. Give us your golden nuggets, and how do we get in touch with you?
All right. So my golden nuggets of epic glitter fantasticness would be recognize yourself, recognize that when your body's telling you that something's not right, recognize it, give it a moment and give it value. Take it for what it's worth and try and move forward from that point. And once you've moved forward from that point, reach out. I'm available here on LinkedIn. I'm on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. And I welcome anyone. If you want to message me here on LinkedIn, I will do WhatsApp conversations with you. I do socials with people on occasion where we just get together and have just a friendly get together talk.
I think what you just brought up, I just have to say, I love WhatsApp, because years ago when my daughter went on a missions trip to Indonesia was the first time I ever used that. And I have such great conversations and texting with people all over the world, like the Glitter Practitioner, Dr. Nupi Aurora, and so many other people. But, it was crazy. The other day I was driving, and Bonnie will know this very short distance from Lebanon, Oregon to Albany, Oregon. In the middle of that, I talked to my good friend Usama, who's in Cyprus in the Middle East. Then I stopped and I called my good friend Alan, who's in Dublin, Ireland, ripped down to talk to Ever in Manila, and then popped over to Australia, back to Florida, California, and all to Oregon before 10 a.m. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
So, hey, Steve, finish us out here.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate the opportunity being on with all you fine folks, and thank you again. I just want to say that you're amazing. You're absolutely amazing, and know that you are a child of God, whether you believe in God or you pray to Bonnie Rubble. Doesn't matter to me, whatever your beliefs are, universe, whatever. But you are amazing, and you have the seed of greatness within you. So go out and live your life like you are the son or daughter of a king, and just go ahead and just be the best version of you can be. So best way to find me is stevespiro.com. Or if you want to hire me as an inspirational speaker, spiro-global.com, or just find me here on LinkedIn. And Russ, I just need to jump. I apologize, but it's amazing meeting you all. I'd love to connect with every one of you, get on a call, and love you guys. Great seeing you guys. Appreciate
Thank
you,
you,
Russ.
Thank you,
Steve.
Great to
Steve.
see
We're
you.
just wrapping it up. So we'll say goodbye to you first. Have a blessed evening. And listen, I just want to thank you all again for being here. It has been amazing. And, you know, I'm never cease to be amazed with the incredible friends that I have that are willing to come on and make me look good and make the show look amazing. Because you guys have so much great wisdom and value that I get from it every time. Just want to say thank you. I really appreciate it. I have so much fun. The comments have been berserk on this show. We've been glitter bombed with the shells have been tinkling, and it's just been amazing. So listen, we're going to do this again. We'll have another one of these shows with you amazing people.
I don't want to go.
We should do the 6 months check-in.
Yeah,
How did that work out?
Not 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
How did that
Three
work
months.
out?
Yes.
Monthly.
Yeah.
Let's do
So-
monthly.
No,
Right?
yeah, there you go. So listen, thank you so
I
much.
don't
What I'm
wanna
going to
go.
do, if I can actually pull this off, is say goodbye to you and slowly send you all to the green room. If you have a minute, hang tight. If
Oh,
not,
yes.
blessings. Thank you. And thanks again, everybody, for being here.
Thank you, Russ.
Thanks, Russ.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
Russ.
much.
Thank you.
And see if I can slowly move you all out as I'm trying to keep waving, keep waving. Hey, listen, thanks everybody for being here. You don't realize how hard it is to make all those clicks and get everybody into the green room. It takes a minute. But listen, I want to tell you, this is what's so amazing about this platform and these friends is that everybody today has brought you their authentic self, who they are. You know, we're not perfect. We make mistakes. We forget to turn our mics on even after we're doing that. And Gail, I'm not picking on you because I do that all the time. Every time I hop on a show, first thing I do is forget to unmute myself. You know, the thing is we are just authentic, real people that love people, that want to create opportunity, not only for ourselves, but for the people around us. So today I want to encourage you in 2023, look for opportunity. Get up, get off the couch, as Bonnie said, and move forward. Make amazing things happen because it's up to you. Really, as my book says, you do get to live the life you choose. I always tell you, life happens and then you choose. You can't control what happens to you, but you control the next step. Where do you go from there? What do you do with that? What amazing things are you able to turn your lemons into lemonade, or whatever they say? You get to get out there and make beautiful things out of the things that happen to you. So get out there, make it an awesome life. And I just want to tell you, remember everybody, we're here every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Russ Reels Live. Love you all. Have a great night. Until we see you again, have a great day and a great life. Bye, everybody.